Welcome to the 62nd episode of the MC Knitting Adventures podcast. My name's Colleen.
And my name is May. Welcome to returning viewers, and for those of you watching us for the first time, we're so glad you could be here. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. We're looking forward to this year because last year we really want it to be gone. But this year is going to be new, and we're on lockdown. For those of you who don't know, we're on a lockdown again, so that means that Colleen has been busy knitting because there's nothing else to do except for you do get the groceries, which we really appreciate. But before we begin to talk about all of Colleen's knitting and all the things that she's done, we'll talk about what we're wearing.
So first of all, let's talk about what May is wearing. And this is, would you say this is your favorite?
My total favorite.
Okay. And this is the Anguli Cowl by Hilary Smith Callis.
This is the very first one you've done.
Yes.
And when I was fishing this out of the I have a cowl box, and it's a nice bin, it's clear. When I was fishing it out, I couldn't, it's stacked. Like
I know.
The cowls.
I think we need to get you a bigger
bin. I'm not sure, what do you do with all your cowls? Like, I don't have enough places to go in lockdown.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I just said to you yesterday, I said, when the lockdown's over, let's try and figure out some place we can go once a week where we can
wear a cowl.
Exactly.
You didn't say that, where we could dress up.
That's right.
But what do you do with all of them? And you've been busy with all that knitting. They're beautiful, but I can't, where do you wear them?
There you go.
Podcasting, I guess.
That's right. Wear them with your pajamas. What do you think? So that's what May's wearing. And what I'm wearing is the Fetish. And that's by Nelkin. And it was a kit. And it's a bracelet. Or if you want to do it, you can unhook it. And I changed the clasp and did a magnetic one. So I could take it off and put it around my neck and then wear it as a necklace. It's kind of slick this way. And I really, really like it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
There's a lot of
different great.
colors,
Does it feel good on you? It doesn't feel like it's going to come off? It doesn't look loose?
No, I have to remember that knitting stretches a little bit, so I probably could have shortened something up. I just did an extra loop around.
And having so much fun with all this jewelry knitting, aren't you?
I know. It is so much fun.
The other day, I have to tell you this story. The other day, we have this dark brown couch, and Colleen's like, "Oh no!" And there's just tiny, tiny little beads that you have to put on that. I can't believe how small they are.
Yes.
And they're all over the brown couch. I don't know. Did you get them all?
Well, we'll find out when we're cleaning next time.
The vacuum will...
Exactly. So that's what I'm wearing, and next we're going to talk about finished objects. My first finished object comes from the Age of Brass and Steam Kerchief, and that is by Orange Flower Yarns. And my objective when I did this was to use up the leftovers from the Leo&Roxy Marled set. So I made you a pair of socks, I made me a pair of socks, and then the whole idea was to use up what was left. It's amazing what was left. There's lots of yardage on that. So I have not blocked this. I have got probably a week's worth of blocking to do.
We're going to do that still, right?
Actually, this isn't looking too bad, but it will look better once it's blocked. So
beautiful. My
socks had the purple on them. Your socks had the blue on them.
So do you have to wear this the day you wear your socks? Is it the rule?
I don't think there's a rule, but I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. So amazingly, by putting the leftovers together, I was able to make this. So it's not a huge shawl, but it's really, really nice, and I like it. And the yarn is beautiful and soft and wonderful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
So I'm really thrilled with this.
Yeah,
and so
that's nice.
We have said, how many times have we said that we're going to do a blocking video?
I know we are going to do that, but you know what? You just get wrapped into other things.
I know. All of a sudden I'm knitting something else.
And then I think, oh yeah, we should block that.
Yeah.
We should.
Okay, so
we will do that.
This is our New Year's resolution that better happen by the end of January. Okay, I'm putting it out there. Okay. End of January, it will be there.
Okay, good.
All right, because otherwise I just have this whole bunch of stuff that I can't wear.
You know what I think it is with blocking? Is that you take up so much space.
Yes,
I think that's part of it, because you've got those rubber mats that you use. You put them all out, and then you block, and they're there for like 2 days or whatever it is, 3 days.
Absolutely.
And what are you going to do? You can't walk, you can't do this. So I think that's part of... You think that's part of it?
And the other thing is, as I mentioned, when I'm blocking, I've got my...
butt in the air?
I wasn't going to say that, but yes.
But I won't videotape your butt in the air.
Okay.
I'll just videotape the part.
Okay. Just the knit goods.
Well, that wasn't what I was thinking. I was thinking of the rubber mats on the floor that we can't actually, exercise in the basement. And then that would be where we would exercise. So then we have to do a day of exercise. Oh, maybe it's a good idea.
So I tried to block in our storage room, And we have just this very thin carpet, and when you go to put the pins through, it doesn't work. So you need to have a carpet with a little bit of something. So you could maybe put a little bit in the spare room.
Or cut the pins in half. I've got clippers.
You're not touching my pins. She's not touching my pins. I'm just telling you that.
I'm just trying to be creative.
Yes.
Problem solved.
Creative.
That's
Exactly.
what I do.
All right. My next finished object, which also needs to be blocked, but I could wear probably as it is. This is called the Striped Bobble Cowl. I'll let you hold that. Can you?
Is it all one big round?
Yep, it's one big round.
Oh.
So it's by Locatelli. Lovely pattern, and I used a Farmer's Daughter Fibers yarn, and it's Squish Merino, feels like that exactly, and it is beautiful.
How do you do all those little baubles?
Well,
Are
that's
they
the fun part. They are baubles. So it's a great pattern, and I really liked doing the baubles. I had to, she says specifically how much yardage you need, and I didn't have enough. So I did a little bit of
Tweaking?
Tweaking, yes. I always try to think of that word. A little bit of tweaking with it. So when Hohi said 5 more repeats, I just did 5 repeats.
Oh.
And so I didn't run out of yarn, and I had enough for the bobble. So I'm
It'd
really
be interesting
happy
what
with
this
that.
looks like on. It's different. It's different than what you've done in the past.
Exactly.
But the baubles make it kind of cute.
I
You know.
love it.
You are kind of a bobbly person.
Just call me
I don't know if that's a good
bobblehead.
thing.
I don't know. Just call me bobblehead. All right. My next finished object, once again, needs to be blocked, but that's okay. Now this one really needs to be blocked. So this is the Beadkerchief, and that's by Nelkin. Once again, there's some beads and some knitting. And the yarn, oh my goodness, is beautiful. It's Leading Men Fiber Arts, and this is Showstopper. It's a fingering weight. Now, if you hold the top up, I'm going to pull this down, because there's where all the beads are. And so I definitely need to block this. The nice thing, what Laura Nelkin's done, is she's given you measurements before blocking and given you measurements after blocking, so I know exactly what I need to do.
Wow, look at that work. Does that like take you forever to put all those?
You know
tiny
what?
beads in?
These were good. I learned a lot doing this, because there's ways that you have to situate the beads. Is it going to matter if one isn't sitting exactly the right way? No, but to me, I had to make sure. So what I was able to do is, after I'd done enough of them, I could go across and say, okay, did something slip the wrong way, and go and fix it.
Now, did you pick all those colors of beads? How did you do that?
How did I do that?
Did you just have a random selection of beads in a thing, or did you have like 6 different colors you had to mix? How did you do that?
Okay, here we go.
Talk to me about that.
Etsy, Laura Nelkin, kit.
Oh, it's a kit.
It's a kit. So the nice
okay.
thing is, when you order a kit, and I've done enough that I probably could put some things together.
So the yarn and these come in the kit.
It's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
And so what's nice for me is I can see how Laura's put things together.
Wow,
And
she has
so-
done a lot of work.
She's done a lot of work. Exactly. So, sometimes you look at the kit, you think, okay, but it's not cheap. But I'm okay with that, because I'm learning the different, like there's matte beads, and there's metallic beads, and there's Mayuki Delicas, and there's all these words I didn't even know about. And so I'm learning a lot, and that's part of the reason for working with the...
Wow. Very nice.
yeah,
nice color.
with the
Like
kits.
even the whole general color. is
I know,
really
I didn't
nice.
realize this I bought a long time ago.
Oh,
There you go.
there's a theme.
There's a theme.
We don't
Well, it's
even know.
funny, I was going to order the purple,
Right.
and I didn't.
Oh.
There's still time.
Because we're locked down. Did we
We're locked
mention
down.
that?
Can't get out to a yarn store.
I know, but once they get this vaccine
I
going,
know.
it'll be so great. But
The nice thing is that we can order online. And the nice
Yes.
thing is that we've got a number of places that do great work doing delivery.
yeah, you're so positive and you're so but it is like I know at the beginning of the pandemic and we were locked down.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, we can do this, and we're we can get there, and now it's like we're gonna get.
They
there.
locked
We're
us
gonna
down
do this,
again, because
you
I
know?
thought, lockdown, oh, I could still go. No, I can't go in. Like
Yeah.
I needed something.
It's getting old.
I needed some buttons is what
Yeah.
I needed. And I thought, oh, I'll go to Fabricland. I went, I know.
And it's harder and harder to be upbeat and positive, isn't it? It's harder and harder, but...
Well, it's easy when you're around.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, at least we have each other. I mean,
right.
at least we do have some positives. And there is hope. There is that vaccine if you could just get it out there. If Colleen and I were running it, we were organized. If Colleen was running it, that vaccine would have been on our arms yesterday.
Well,
but these people that get paid lots of money, like they knew lots of time in advance, why don't they have a plan to get it in the arms of us? Like, there should have been a plan. People are getting paid for this. You and I have come up with a plan, and we're not even getting paid.
Well, it's easy for us because we don't have to make the plan happen.
Right.
Right. We can just say this would be a great idea, but it doesn't have to happen.
Yeah, but we're doers. We would have it happen. I know for sure you would have had that out.
She tells me this all the time. I go, I'm not so sure. There's just too many specifics. Me being the deal, you have great ideas. I'm the detail person. Yeah. So when you say this, I go, oh my gosh, the number of details that would be involved in getting those things
We have this discussion all the time, but I know you. I know if you and I were on that job, those vaccines would have been in your arms.
Oh, there you
go. I would have had the army or something out, or I don't know.
There's still time.
There's still time. We need to get on the bandwagon and get that, because that's the only way we're going to get back to normal. We're going to have vaccines, so these companies, these small businesses can actually function. They're all going to go under. We need it for the economy. We need it for people's mental health. We need it for people's physical health. We need it for people to stop dying. They need to get this right. Okay, I'm done with my little spiel.
She does this about 3 times a day. It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Back to knitting.
All right. Next finished object. Now, this is the one that I showed last episode. So this is the little pine tree hat.
You're all finished.
I'm finished. Didn't put the pom-pom on, but people commented and said pom-pom's a good idea. So
I think a pom-pom on this.
Yeah, I think so. I can either make a pom-pom out of the main color, or I might put a black pom-pom on the top.
Oh, I don't know about black. I like
okay.
Green.
I don't have a green
Black
pom-pom.
is too much.
Well, you know what? We're going to try some things out. It's a good thing this lady doesn't have opinions.
No, not black.
Okay.
No, like, what about this color? Do you have enough of that?
No.
Oh, do you have enough dark green?
No.
I'm sure you could buy some. When you're buying this, just add a dark green.
Oh, you are funny.
Oh, anyway.
Where was I looking that they had green pom? I was looking somewhere.
Colleen, come on, black.
It actually, the kit.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah, the kit came with a black pom pom for that.
Yeah, well, you might want to give it back. You might want to get your money back.
I didn't get the kit. I didn't get the kit that way. I got the kit without the pom pom.
Yeah, because you didn't want black.
Dear, oh dear. It does look nice with the black pom-pom. I have seen it. But I understand that it would be a little extreme.
Yeah. Throw me for a loop.
Yes, we don't want to throw it for a loop. All right. So that is the pattern. And it is by Cozy Up Knits, so our ladies from Grand Prairie. Lovely pattern. And so my job was then to make a pair of mitts. They have in this pattern, there's a pair of fingerless mitts and a pair of full mittens. I decided on the full mittens. And I ripped these out 2 or 3 times because I wanted to make sure that they were right, and I used up lots of yarn, and I wanted them nice and long. So I'm going to put this one on just so that you can see.
That's really nice.
So I did make the sleeve, like the cuff part, long.
Because you know when we get all that snow, I know as a kid, there was always snow gets in the cuff, right?
Right.
Because your mitts were always down here and snow would go up.
Exactly.
So this is perfect.
Good. So I wanted this to look kind of like the bottom of the hat. This is actually in the pattern itself, and then I just put the green tip on the top.
You're gonna, when we go for our winter walks, look at you gonna be all designer.
I know. I've got all the knitwear, but I don't have the
pom-pom.
No, I'm not worried about pom-pom. I'm worried about the energy to get outside and get out in the cold. We've got to get better at that.
But we'll get the GoPro out, and I'll get you, and that'll be a New Year's resolution. Get my GoPro out, get Colleen in her hat.
Oh,
when
I like that idea.
When it has the pom-pom on it.
When it has the pom-pom. All right, and the yarn, Rose Hill yarns. Beautiful yarn. I could definitely order some from there. Maybe some green, but that's a whole other story. All right, the last thing I have to do is I'm calling these the Franken Socks 2. So in our last episode, I showed you these socks, which were done. So this is the Cozy Knitters 24 stripe Christmas skate. So I ordered that. And I did all that, and I did just a vanilla sock. I did a little trick that I learned from the Cozy Up scissors, and that was to slip a stitch so it shows that way. It just kind of makes it look a little different than just a plain vanilla sock. I used the heel from the Snow Forest. It's also in the umbrella heel, but this is the top down one. And then I found a toe. You know how I'm always worried about toe?
Drum roll.
Found a toe.
Thank goodness.
And that is the cottage toe in the Shell Cove pattern. And those patterns are both by Kay F Jones. So I finished this, weighed the yarn that I had left. So there are 2 of these. Weighed the yarn that I had left and thought, oh, I've got enough to make another sock. So I started off to make a pair of shorty socks, and I thought, you know, I have a lot of yarn left. There's no sense having little bits left. So I made...
Is it because you have small feet that you can make 2 pairs out of this, or do you
yes,
think the average person could make 2 pairs?
Well, you probably could get a pair in a shorty if you did contrast a cuff, toes, and heels. Absolutely, I believe you could. So these are 56 stitch, partly because my feet are little. But if you hold them up, so this one I didn't slip a stitch.
Okay, I'll try and do that.
You see, there's not much different in the height of them. Like I almost got...
There isn't. I do this.
Yeah, there's not that. There may be a couple of stripes and that's it.
Yeah.
So I was very lucky. So now I have 2 pairs of socks. They're similar. May said, oh, use a different color in the heel.
How are you gonna know which pair is which? You might.
Because this is taller and it has the slip stitch.
Oh, okay.
And I was amazed at doing the difference between the slip stitch and doing the non-slip stitch, how the stripes show. I like it both ways, but it's interesting.
I'm kind of smiling because I'm not a knitter, so I can't imagine picking up a pair of socks and going, oh, yeah, I'm not wearing those today. They have a slip stitch. I'll wear my non-slip stitch socks. But being a knitter, you would notice that, I suppose.
Well, that's how we know which ones to put on.
Yeah.
So now that we've shown them, I can wear them, and I've been waiting for that, so I'm very excited about that.
Good weather for that.
And I found a toe. I am so excited
Now,
about
some of the
finding a toe.
viewers had given you suggestions on different toes. Did you find this from the viewers, or how did you find this toe?
There is an umbrella toe that somebody suggested. Thank you for that. And I had tried it, and I like it. But this one I like because it's just rounded enough. Let me take this off the blocker. Oh, I don't even need it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not your pointy toe. Right. It's a little bit more rounded.
And that's how your feet go.
And that's kind of how my feet go. I mean, they go a little bit more like this. But that's what it does. And so it really fits nicely. And I'm so happy about that because I have made, I don't know, 7 or 8 pairs of socks. First of all, I had to figure out that 56 stitch works better. Took me a little while. Then I had to try and figure out what toe works better. And I think I found it.
Glad you figured it out.
Yes. So how about you? Finished objects, my dear.
I do have a lot of finished objects. I've been busy with lockdown. I've been kind of focusing on my little miniatures, my little wooden miniatures. And it's just kept me busy and focused every day. I get up and I come to the basement and I make my miniatures. So
yeah. You are very good at this.
But there's so many other things I want to do, but I get focused on that. But there's still time. I mean, we're locked down till the end of the month.
End of January. That's
right. So there's lots of time. But I do have them, and I'll show those in our craft section.
Perfect. Sounds good. Next, we're going to talk about works in progress. My first work in progress is a cowl for May, and it is another Anguli cowl. You really liked that shawl that I did with the Leo&Roxy Marled yarn.
I did, yeah.
She did. So there it is. Now, what I said, what's your favorite thing I've ever knit you? And you said the Anguli cowl, Hilary Smith Callis. And I said, okay, I can do that. So nice enough at that point in time, you could order yarn and pick it up. So I did, because I'd used up all the rest of it. So this is kind of knit flat, and then you sew a seam together. So I have just been started working it. This is so soft. It's beautiful. I know people have been using it to make sweaters, and I can understand. I mean, it's fingering weight. It would take a long time.
Very light.
It is very light. So I think it's going to be nice. So we're going to do, it's perfect. And so we're going to put in a cream stripe, and then we're going to put in a color, and we have not decided yet what color.
What color are my socks?
Blue.
They do the same thing then.
I have some of that yarn left.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We are just going to have a matchy day someday. It's great.
That's beautiful yarn.
That
it is beautiful.
knits up very quickly. I mean, there's not that many hours of knitting in there yet. So I'm really, really happy with that. I think you'll really like it.
I think it'll be great.
It's nice and
nice.
So that's my first work in progress.
I can't wait.
Okay, that's
New Year's
good.
present.
All right, my second work in progress is a pair of socks. And actually, I have a... Oh! So I'm going to have May hold this up.
Wow, look at the detail in this sock.
Oh, I
Holy
love it.
smokes.
So this is the Dunbroch sock by Kay Jones. Obviously, I enjoy her
Can
sock
you see
patterns.
that detail in there? Like, that is unbelievable.
Exactly. And what I had done is in watching the Bakery Bears, they had mentioned this yarn that's Merino Yak. So it's Regia Premium Merino Yak. I'd ordered it, came to the house. It was lovely. So that's what this is. And I'm really happy with the yarn. It is so nice to work with. Now,
These are beautiful. Like, I love all that texture
I
and
know.
everything on there.
and the nice thing is, once again, paid for pattern, can't tell you everything, but this is not cabled. It is just a way of moving your stitches. And I am so happy with these. Now, because this looks like I have no leg, but you can see. So I might have been able to do the 64-inch one, but by the time you get down to my foot, it wouldn't have worked. So I'm happy with this. It fits well. I think I don't usually block my socks, but I might block these ones.
Right.
Because I think when I see it on the blocker, that looks a little bit more like my leg than this.
Right, that's really nice.
And I'm going to have a little
And
bit
they're
left.
purple and
So
all.
exactly. So I might save this for a purple heel for something, because I think I'm just about ready for the toe.
Those are beautiful. We know what kind of toe you're putting on there.
Cottage
That's all I
toe.
see.
Exactly. So happy. All right. Then I have started a sweater. And it is the Wave of Change sweater by Denise Bayron. And it's chunky yarn. It's Estelle Chunky, whoops, which is at a great price point. I know they have that at the Little Red Mitten, and I know that they deliver. And so they have delivery, which is great. So here is what I have done.
And it's purple.
Are we shocked?
No.
So the nice
Beautiful.
thing is, it feels lovely. It's going to be so nice just to throw on over a
Right.
t-shirt. It's going quickly. It's knit nicely. I like how it's knit. It's just got this extra row in there, and that's my second ball. So I am really happy with this. What I may do is do the sleeves as long as they need to be, and then do the body, and just if I have to make it cropped, I make it cropped. I don't know how much. I bought this yarn for some other thing, and I think it was the Metropolis by Tanis from Tanis Fiber Arts, Tanis Lavallee. But this one, I thought something this weight probably would be better to have a cardigan, so I could take it on.
Really nice.
It's
That's
knitting
gonna
up
look nice.
so quickly. I'm really happy with that.
Good.
All right, my last work in progress is something that I'm going to put up. Spoiler alert, I'm just going to tell you spoiler alert. So this is the Mystery Knit Along by the Cozy Up Knits lady from Grand Prairie. They do a great job, and the yarn that I'm using, I did buy a kit from that Yarn Habit. This is called Squishy DK, and that's the purple. And this is the thing that happens when you order yarn online. I was happy it was coming as a kit. It was going to do what it needed to do. I thought it was great. When it arrived, the contrast to this was a little bit too beige, I think is probably the right word. So with the purple, because I love the purple, I thought, okay, you can do this with mohair. I'm not choosing to do the pattern with mohair. So what I did, I went down to my stash and picked up a few things, and I said, okay, May, which of these do you like better? We both agreed on the same one. So what I'm using as a contrast is Juniper Moon Farm Harriet Fine. And I've used this
So
for a
this
number
came
of
as a
things.
kit, and you took a piece of the kit out?
Yes, so it came with 3 skeins of yarn.
I
I need 2, and so I just swapped out the one for this. But that other one's going to be nicer when I have some kind of brown yarn, and I even have some in my mind that I could use it with. So it's not going to go to waste at all.
I'm sure it won't.
All right, but if you haven't tried this, or if you're thinking you might want to do this, then don't look. But other than that, I'm going to show you. So I am done. Oops, that's the back of it. I'm done the second clue. No, that's not true. I've only done the first clue. The second clue is coming out at the end of this week.
This is the one clue here.
This is one clue. So this is DK. What I'm using is kind of a light fingering, and I know some people are using mohair. What I like about this Juniper Moon Farm Harriet Fine, I don't know if you can see the halo on it, but it has alpaca in it. So it's 75% alpaca. So it's got that same idea of mohair. It's kind of soft and fuzzy, and it's really, really nice. So I'm really, really happy
Now, you're
with
using
that.
3 skeins of this?
No.
No.
So 2 skeins of the purple,
Right.
and I only need 1 skein of that.
Oh, okay. So it's
And I'll
quite
prob-
large then. It's going to be quite large or no?
It's DK. It's not going to be small, but it's not
Okay.
going to be huge.
Huge, okay.
I don't.
And
Really,
I like
have no
this.
idea. It's a mystery knit-along,
Uh-huh.
and as you know, I've done. Have I done
Right,
3 of
you've got
them?
a couple of
And
them.
every once in a while, we go, "Whoa, that's
Whoa.
big."
Yeah.
But
You could
you
wrap
know,
that in a blanket.
that's right.
I'm noticing your yarn is all rolled up. Did you use your new machine? Have you been using your new machine?
I normally do for everything else I had. For this one, I didn't.
Oh.
And you know why?
Why?
Because I only had 1 skein to do, and I thought,
Oh.
I'll get some exercise.
Well,
Got some
You did it by
exercise.
hand.
But I have to tell you, halfway through, because this is very thin yarn, so it was a lot of yardage.
you wished you had used your machine.
I wish I'd used my machine. Yeah, this is called super fine. So it's 461 yards, and my arm felt it, that's for sure. So I'm very glad that I have that lovely machine.
Great.
So those are my works in progress. And next we're going to talk about our crafting adventure.
Welcome to our craft adventure piece. Colleen, you've been very busy
I have.
doing crafts. I know you tried different things because of the lockdown.
Yes.
And I've just been kind of doing the same thing, but what has it you've been doing craft-wise?
All right. So first thing is my youngest son has a dog who's Bailey, cutie pie, and he was talking about maybe if you ever have time, you could knit a dog coat. And I thought, okay, I can do that. I had to do some groceries at Walmart. I got a big ball of red yarn, very big ball of red yarn, because I wasn't sure exactly.
That's not
the
what's
pattern.
left of it though.
No, there's a ton
This
left.
ball of yarn was like this.
So it's Red Heart Comfort. It's a huge ball of yarn and very red. So I can see some Christmas ornaments
But
being
he
made.
actually asked for red because the leash is red, so
Right.
it wasn't like your choice.
No,
you know,
so he wanted to match. So that's good. So I had started one pattern. It's hard when you don't have the dog with you. Like you're trying to measure. And so I'd asked him for the chest measurement. He sent that, but I thought, I'm not sure. So I ended up crocheting because crocheting was going to be easier for me. And this pattern is called the Crochet Dog Coat, Asta Dog Sweater by Karen Hay. Now, it is a free pattern, so there is just the
And
schematic.
you really like this. We had another friend with a
Yes.
dog, a fairly big dog.
Yeah.
And this pattern worked really well for that dog too.
It does, and I can talk about it because it is. So
It's free.
It's free. So there's a back part, and there's the chest part, and that works great because then there's a belt that ends up that you have to button, and so you get to decide how tight does it have to be, and it gives you some time, which worked out really well. So we have a couple of photos. One is going to show it without the belt, and the other one's going to show it with it on the dog, Bailey the dog. And if you look in the corner of the picture, you will see my son's birthday socks on his feet. I couldn't get it out of the picture because the dog wanted to be right beside him. So that was my first craft. Loved it. It was lots of fun, and once I figured out what I needed to do, it was nice to do. So I would recommend that if you're ever going to need to make a dog coat, that's it. This Berroco Comfort is not the softest of yarn.
But it's for a dog.
But it's for a
the
dog.
has fur. They're not going to feel it. They don't
No.
need alpaca like some people.
No. Now, the nice thing is when we put it on the dog didn't try to take it off, didn't need to move, and it
Yeah.
actually worked out well because the way that their lead is on the dog is the same way that the coat itself wraps. So it's perfect. And my son said to me, he said, you know, Mom, he said, I'm really glad that she likes it because we did try her with one other one and she didn't like it and she bit it off and then she chewed it to bits. I went, oh dear. I said, well, if she chews this to bits, I've got more red yarn so we can do something.
But it is that's why I like this pattern because it is, you can just put it on the dog easily.
Yeah.
And it's not all tight and,
Yeah.
tucking and
Exactly.
legs and all that.
Yeah.
But it's nice and it's going to do
Yeah,
the job.
exactly.
Keep the dog warm.
Exactly. It was really cute because my son decided that it comes around almost like a turtleneck, but he decided he was going to turn it down just to make it a fashion statement. So it was really nice. So that was my first one. And my second one, I said to May, sometime over the holidays, I am going to do this. So when we were in Scotland a couple of years ago, I bought some plaid fabric. and I wanted to make a project bag, and I said, I'm going to do it. And I held off and held off because you have to match plaid. And I thought, oh dear. I worried about it. So anyway, I thought, no, enough, I'm going to do this. So I chose the lined drawstring bag tutorial by Jeni Baker. There's that. And it's a great tutorial. So you can go online and find it. And then here it is.
I love it. And you match that plaid like
so if you look at the sides,
look at that.
Now if you look at the bottom, don't look at the bottom. But the sides are really, really happy with it.
Look at that match. And you know what? If you don't match, does it really matter?
No, I see plaid clothing and they never worry about matching it the same way.
Don't worry about matching, I say. But you're such a perfectionist.
Yeah,
you look at that match there. That is perfection.
There you
That's
go.
great. Look at the drawstrings you did.
So, and I decided that I was going to use it for the mystery knit along. So that's what it's holding in there.
I love that they used this nice lining in here too.
Yes, because I've thought about black lining and you can't always see what you need to see when the lining's black. So I'm really happy with that.
Black goes well with this.
Yes.
Nice.
There we go.
Very nice. So this will remind you of Oban, Scotland every time you pick it up.
Exactly.
Because that's where we got that.
That's where
we had such a
fabric.
fun day in that store, that yarn store. The lady and one of the customers in there. They were so
hilarious.
Funny, hilarious. Now the lady that came in, the customer, she's in there all the time, and she had a little booth around the corner, and she knits socks and things like that. If you go on the Oban podcast, you'll kind of see what our experience was there.
It was great.
But she knits these socks, and you know, she priced them accordingly.
Yes.
She priced the socks. I think they're like £28. I could be wrong on that.
I don't know. Yeah.
But and anyway, they were quite the. They could have had a comedy show.
They could have easily. That's for sure.
We spent so much time in there laughing.
It was so much fun.
So this
good
reminds
memories,
me of that.
that's
Yeah, good memories.
All right, now May.
Yes.
What have you been busy with?
Oh my goodness. Now, as you know, I want to get things ready for my store, and it's not been really. I call it a store, but it's really only like 3 shelves.
They're big shelves, though.
They're big shelves.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to, source things to stock my store because
Right now,
of COVID and because we're locked down, so I can't really source. So I thought in my mind, the new year I'll start making things that I can sell.
That's a good idea.
But it's time consuming, but I have nothing else to do, so it's perfect. So as you know, I've been making beds. I made the single bed. Now I put this together because it's glue. I don't have any sewing involved.
Right.
And there's what the bed frame will look
looks
like.
great.
And that's a single one. Now Colleen has to make the bedding for that.
I have work to
which I
do.
Appreciate.
Yes.
But I don't just make one of these. Like I'll make 3 or 4 so I have them in stock.
That's brilliant.
And then I make this other bed, double bed. Colleen has been nice enough to do the bedding for this one. I love these. You could just sell some beddings, Colleen, I think, if you like. Your sewing is so good.
There we
And
go. A few little pillows.
So that, and I've made a few double beds that.
Right. Right.
So we'll have different colors there.
Right.
So those are time consuming. So then I decided to make, this is all 1 to 12 scale.
Right.
Because that's kind of as small as I want to go.
So 1 inch for what you have to do is 12 inches in real life.
Right.
Okay.
So this is some fireplaces. Now I've made
These
4
are
of these,
great.
4 or 5 of these.
Yeah.
But they're time consuming, right? So
But it's really good. You do really good work.
the fireplace. This is just some of the things. I can't bring all my stuff out. These are just some of the things that I've been working on. Little coffee tables I make. A couple of those. I've got a few on the go that I haven't painted yet.
Look at this.
Side tables.
Oh my goodness.
Little side tables.
You're going to need to make another dollhouse.
I know, but I've made several of these because the doll furniture on my shelving, my little store, it seems to sell because I don't know if there's a lot of doll furniture out there anymore. I don't know. I think you can order stuff online, but it's kind of pricey.
Yeah.
And nobody in this area, I seem to have gotten the market in my store area.
Right.
Nobody else has this kind of market.
Oh, okay.
So it seems to sell well in my store because, like I say, there's nobody else sells it in this whole. If you could see, I think I've had video of my whole marketplace too.
Yeah,
it's huge.
So. It is.
But no other shelf or other booth sells doll furniture.
No,
like
and not
that.
as
Not
nice
like
as
this,
what you
but-
make. No.
And then I made the table. I had these spindles I got at an auction.
Yep.
And I just
were
thought
so happy
those would
when
be
we
nice
found those,
table legs. So I
That's
have to paint that
brilliant.
up. It's only got a first coat on there.
That's great.
But I've made a few of these tables, and now I have to make the chairs, which are time consuming. So I've done that. I made a couch. These all come apart.
Oh my goodness, it's like real life.
These are time consuming. Again, no sewing involved. I just put some wood, some foam, and I glue.
Right.
Glue, because I'm not really good with the... And this is the couch.
I don't let her near my sewing machine.
Well, the couch... You cannot make the money back for what, and probably just like your sewing or your knitting.
Right.
You're never going to make your money back for the time that you put into this.
Right.
Because to make this couch, you've got to cut out every little piece. It's got to match, and all the glue.
Exactly.
And the doweling.
But you do such
and
a
the
good
material.
job. So rumor has it this needs some little pillows, so I'm going to work on that.
Yeah, so maybe put a couple of little pillows on there.
Yep.
I know you can make little pillows.
Yep.
Like that. Maybe little square ones or
Yeah,
something.
square ones will do for sure.
Those will be cute.
Yeah.
And also I made a chair to go with this.
Very nice. Do you want me to hold something?
Sure.
I can be your
chair
Anna here.
and a little ottoman.
Very nice.
Yep. So I'd like to make some more this furniture.
Right.
And that's my plan. But
Very
that's
good.
what's been keeping me so busy. Like I say, whoops. It's been keeping me very busy.
Very busy.
But I really enjoy coming down to the basement and
Yeah.
focusing on this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
And I
really
am
good.
getting a whole little store going, and that's my plan. And then I can focus on some of my other, projects. Like I love
Yeah.
photography. I haven't been
Yes.
able to get my camera out because I've been so focused on this.
Right.
I know I mentioned last time about crafting with styrofoam.
Right.
And one of the viewers had mentioned to go on Pinterest to get some ideas. I haven't
Okay.
even done that yet.
Oh,
So
wow.
maybe that's what I'll do.
Exactly.
Get on and get some styrofoam ideas. But my whole focus is on this, at least for this month, to
Right,
get this,
that makes sense.
this product. So my shelves are full because they're kind of empty from Christmas.
Right. Absolutely.
I had a very good Christmas.
You did. Your store did really well.
And the shelves are empty, and I
Yeah.
need to replenish
Right.
with something. So
Exactly.
that's my plan.
Yeah. So those are our crafting adventures, and next we're going to talk about souvenirs. My souvenirs are actually a little bit of Christmas gift and a little bit of souvenir. So I had seen that the grocery girls had a Christmas kit kind of thing, a Christmas set, I guess. And so it came with yarn and a sticker and a Christmas ornament and a pattern. Yeah, it came with all that good stuff. I have wound this up. The patterns were 2 hat patterns that it came with, which I love both of them. And yet I might not do a hat with it, but you'll understand why in a second. So the yarn is Flock Fiber Studios yarn, and it's Fireside DK. And I'm just going to move this.
I'm trying to see this because I don't know what you've had as a souvenir.
Well, the funny thing is,
always a
I
surprise to
ordered
me.
this, and then I said to May, if you're thinking about something for Christmas, you could that could be my Christmas present. And then I gave her the box when it arrived. I didn't even look at it, so it was really a surprise. Not that I didn't know what it was, but it's always interesting. So there is the main color, and then there are 2 other colors.
It goes well
Perfect.
together.
It does. So there are some cowl patterns that might work, or I'll do a hat. Looks a little bit like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Anyway, I loved the color of the yarn, so I was really, really happy with that. And then here is the Christmas ornament. I'm going to hold it
Oh,
up.
nice.
Maybe you can hold
Yeah.
that up.
Can you see that?
That's a good way to do it. And so that's going to be nice to put on the tree every year, so I was excited about
That's
that.
cute, eh?
Yeah, I thought it was really, really
I should
nice.
make a little card for our
Yeah,
ornament.
you could.
Yeah.
That'd be great. It's good. So it was a nice treat. So that was my Christmas present from May, kind of me ordering it and saying, would you
This
like
is
it?
what you're buying me. Okay.
Isn't it nice? That's what we do. Now, the second souvenirs, there's actually one that's May's and one that's mine. And I had gone on to the Grocery Girls website, and then I'd seen these. And we had purchased some little, they're probably more like for wine mugs that will keep stuff cold, or it can keep things hot.
And they're great.
They're great.
They do keep things cold.
But they're very small. And I found out we were through whatever it was. So the Grocery Girls, they go big. So we have one, I have a dark gray and May's got the light gray, and it is actually, can you see the sparkle in it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so it's sparkly. So I ordered these. That was part of your Christmas present. This was part of my Christmas present for me. And I'm really, really happy with it. And I
Yeah.
think having a nice cold beverage with lots of ice.
Yep.
And the nice
A
thing
little bit of
is,
vodka or rum or whatever to help.
There you go.
Maybe even, you know what would be really good in this is cider.
That was the whole
cider
plan.
Oh, yeah.
That was what I was thinking about.
Right, yeah.
And the nice thing about this, because May has all the time, whenever we have something outside, like a tin of pop outside, you always keep your thumb over it.
Because of the bees and the wasps.
Because of the bees and the wasps. So these are nice that they have this part that slides right over.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about that. No longer do you have to keep your finger over.
Yeah, the bugs won't get in there.
That's right.
Perfect. Well, thank you for that. Those
You're
are nice.
very welcome. There you
That's
go.
going to be great.
A nice
Now
cider.
I have a Bubba that kind of reminds me of my
Yes.
Bubba.
Yeah.
We both have Bubbas that go on our bikes.
Yes.
We slip them in.
Yeah.
They're the best. Like
Yeah.
you can put ice in that and Coke
Yep.
in the morning, or
Yep.
ice and water.
Yep.
And still in the evening, there's still ice in it.
I know.
It's
So I'm
so
hoping
awesome.
these are definitely thermal as well. So it should work similarly. We'll have to do a test.
Too fat for my bike, but
Too fat for your
But
bike.
I don't
This
want
is for sitting on the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, those are the days, aren't they?
I
Oh,
know. You know, even with COVID, we can sit on the deck.
I know.
That's
It's
good.
so nice.
Exactly. Might be a little cold right now.
You know,
but
it's a simple. As you get older, it's the simple things in life, right?
that's right. Older.
wanna
Just getting older.
You just want to sit on the deck,
Yes.
sip your tea.
There you go.
That's it.
Or some cider. All right, so those are my souvenirs, and the one for May. And May, what did you get for souvenirs?
Well, I've had a few things over the Christmas holidays as souvenirs. One of the things that I don't have here that you bought for me for Christmas was one of my favorite little things. It's a necklace, and it's the moon of when I was born. The exact day I was born,
Right.
what the moon looked like, and it's a little picture of that moon set inside a necklace.
It
It
is.
is so cool.
Exactly. So I had ordered these. They did arrive to the house. May had no idea. Like very early, and I was like a little kid thinking, "Oh, I just want to give it to her." And so I thought, "Do I wait? Do I wait? Do I wait? Do I wait?" I thought, "Oh, I gotta wait for Christmas."
So
anyway.
Christmas came. This is the funny part. So I opened it up and I went, wow. And I thought, there is no way Colleen is going to buy one of these for me and not buy one for herself. So I said, this is really nice. I said, what does yours look like? She goes, how did you know I had one? I said, I don't know. I know you really well.
Yes, she knows me very well, but they are not the same.
Your moon's different than
My
my
moon's
moon.
different than yours, but I bought a different. Yours was sterling, mine is just stainless steel. But I bought them so that they look differently. Like even if you didn't know which one was what, you would know what yours one is and what mine is. So
Because
they're
mine
different.
is definitely sterling.
It is sterling.
You know, I am
silver.
sterling silver worthy.
Yeah, absolutely. If I was richer, she'd be gold worthy. But you know, right now sterling silver worthy is as good as we get.
Anyway, that was one of my favorite
I'm
gifts.
glad.
So
I'm
that,
so
that
glad.
was really nice. So
It is a
thank
neat
you.
thing.
Yeah.
If you're thinking, they've got rings and bracelets and necklaces and all kinds of things, and you put in the date of your birth. So the number and the year, and then they find out.
So
what
what's
the moon
it
is.
called? Like, what's this like?
This one is Moon Glow, all one word. So if you Google Moon Glow, you'll find it, and lots of neat things there.
Yeah, well, go have a look, see what you think. But
You
I,
never know,
haven't,
maybe-
I haven't been on there, but I like the necklace.
Oh,
so
good.
yes.
I'm glad.
What I did was I ordered this book for myself. It's this lady. She's called Julia Warren, and she does a lot of miniatures. She'll do
Yes.
that on YouTube, and now
Yeah.
she had several books out. And that.
Right.
Now I've never used any of her patterns. Like, I mean, she does things online, but I've
Right.
never used any of
Right.
it. And this book, she does a lot of little different things like baskets and cat things and cat beds and
There's lots of
so
neat
it's
things
just
in there.
inspiring to show you what, like suitcases, like make little miniature suitcases,
Right.
little bread boxes, little things. So it might be inspiring, maybe
Right.
use some of her patterns. The problem is with patterns, she comes with, I mean, this is probably in general, they come with a certain size of wood and a certain
right.
thickness. And I don't buy certain sizes and certain thicknesses. I
Right.
go with what I have.
Right.
Like, I go to my little man down the road and he just gives me end pieces. So I make it so you can't really use anybody else's pattern. So
Right.
all those things that I make
Right.
are my own patterns because I use scrap, well, it's not
Right.
scrap wood, it's end pieces, I
Right.
guess.
Right. Exactly.
And so I can't really use maybe the ideas.
right.
But
And
I'll use
sometimes
different.
that's all you need is ideas, right?
different thicknesses of wood and different things
Good.
like that. So I'm pretty happy with that book, and
Very nice.
yeah, she does a lot of cool things on there. So if you ever get a chance on YouTube,
There you
Julia
go.
Warren. This was a gift. It's not a souvenir. We didn't buy this.
Nope,
This
it was a gift.
A gift
A
from
very lovely gift.
yeah, Linda. Who there's a couple. What's their names?
Carrie and Linda?
No, no. Not Carrie and Linda. I know Carrie and Linda.
You just don't want to have to say the other one.
Carlos and
Arna and Carlos.
Arna. You always have to say Arna first.
Yes, Arna and Carlos. That's
Can't
how
you
it
say
is.
Carlos and Arna?
No, you never say that way.
Do you say May and Colleen, or do you say Colleen and May?
May and Colleen.
Always.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arna and Carlos. She had bought their book.
Right.
And this was one of the patterns in the thing. But she had made it that it's very personalized. She's got
Yeah.
MC on there.
Yeah.
And she did her little card. Can you
It's
imagine the
amazing,
work involved in that?
I know, it was fantastic.
Wow.
It was really, really sweet.
It was
of her
really
to do that.
nice. It's so, I love these gifts. They're just so personal, and
Yeah.
they're just, I don't know, they're just,
And we
I don't know.
didn't put out the big
Homemade.
Christmas tree this year, but that was nice to be able to put that on the little
very
one for a while.
thoughtful.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's
Exactly.
actually thinking about you.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
We should talk to our boys and tell them, forget the gifts, just make us something personal. That would be meaningful,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
it would.
Can you imagine our boys, can you make us
No, that's not going to happen. Just
No,
so you
it
know,
won't. It's a
we
dream.
love them dearly, but that's not going to happen.
Anyway, so thank you, Linda, from Linda and Carrie, who I know. We appreciate that very much.
Yes,
and if you
it's
want to make some of these might inspire you for next
Yeah.
year to get going now.
Yeah.
And you should have a whole set.
Yep. Some people say make one. I'm thinking about doing either a hat a month, or a cowl a month, or one of these
Well,
a
you
month.
do one of these a month, we'll have 12 for the tree.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, maybe not so detailed
No,
like this.
right. There you
But
go.
anyway, that's one of my favorite little souvenirs this month.
Perfect.
Yes.
So those are our souvenirs. So thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate when you come and spend time with us. If you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, let us know things you'd like to see. We're crafting as much as we can, and we're always up for new ideas. So if you have anything that you think would be fun for us to try, just comment down below and let us know. Until next time.
You take care and be safe.